Hello, I'm Iti. This presentation is about the Coursework 1 for the machine learning module. Firstly, I will explain about the code that I developed in the project to predict the output based on the dataset. To begin with, I imported the provided dataset file, then split the data into two parts, 70% for the training data and 30% for the testing data. Since the data has included numerical value, I use lasso regression to predict the y value, which represent the output, and also there has multiple input features. That's why I decided to use lasso regression and polynomial regression to predict the y value. Let's go to the polynomial regression. Here is the code I use. It applies polynomial degree of 2 to predict the y value based on the testing data. Here's other result. In the result, I compare actual y value and predicted y value. Then I evaluate its performance using error rate and the other evaluation metrics. Here's other result. This is the R-square rate for the polynomial regression with degree 2. Next, I use lasso regression to predict the y value based on the same testing dataset. This is the result. And also, I evaluate with the same evaluation metric before. Here's other result. This is the R-square rate for the lasso regression. So based on these two comparisons, lasso regression has higher accuracy and reliability prediction purpose than the polynomial regression with degree 2. That's why in reproduction of code, I reproduce the code for polynomial regression with degree 1 and use the same evaluation metric as same testing dataset. Here's other result. This is the prediction of y value, and this is the R-square rate for the polynomial regression with the degree 1. And I add the additional feature to visualize the actual and predicted value and residual and predicted value with scatter plots. And also, I show the residual distribution with the bar chart. In the final stage, I discuss about the contents that were included in the seminars of my coursework, like what is the supervised learning is, and I explain about the supervised learning briefly, and also I discuss about the which is regression, which is classification, like this is regression, here is the instant and I instant is the output. Then I discuss about this is classification, tumor size is input and breast cancer is the output, and I also discuss about the 7 general process of supervised learning, like data collection, pre-processing, data splitting, reshaping, training, model evaluation, testing, and prediction. And also, I discuss about the function or linear regression model with single input and the multiple inputs and calculate the mean square error. Here is the result. And finally, I discuss about the equation and what the two components are used for and the value of the lambda meaning. So the first part is mean square error and the second part is the L1 regularization and also explain about the parameter lambda meanings. So this is the end of the presentation. Thank you for your attention.